2025 is less than 90 days away. Right now you have two options. You can either choose
to be the same,
not make any changes, tell yourself that you're going to wait until the new year to start a new life, to start a new habit, to become the person that you wanted to be, to reinstate the goal you gave yourself last January that you were not able to stick with, or you can choose to start now and finally start to see success. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carissa, and if you're new here, welcome to the Qween community, where we talk about all things feminine energy, becoming the best version of yourself, whether that is through your fitness, your mindset, your confidence, and just becoming the best woman that you could possibly be. And if that sounds like something you are interested in and want to be a part of, make sure you subscribe, become a part of the Qween community. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Moving on to how we can really start to change your life now, today. I want you to come up with a plan, but a plan starts with a vision. We do not create plans and goals so that way we can reach them. We have a plan and goal because our mind sees this as a means to an end. A goal comes from a desire, so really get clear about your desires. One of the most powerful visualizations I do with any of my clients is we write out our dream identity. Why do we do this? When you write out your dream identity, when you get so clear on what she looks like, how she dresses, how she speaks, how she holds herself, what goals she has, you are able to get there so much faster because you can see it. Something I tell people all the time is I refuse to work with somebody as a client that is not able to even envision what their life would look like if they reach their goal. The reason why is because there's no amount of information, there's no amount of help, there's no amount of resources I could give you to help you get to your goal, because your brain will subconsciously always be working against the information, the help, the resources that you were being given, because your brain already believes it is not possible. So I need you to work very hard right now to envision and see the woman that you want to be, the place that you want to go from. If you are here, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What do your relationships look like if you finally get here? What's the difference? What does she look like? How will her relationships change? How will her life change? How will her body change? What changes? And I need you to write out 3 physical manifestations of how this is going to look. So first, what is the physical change that is going to take place, that you want to take place? What is the mindset shift that is going to happen once this change comes into fruition? What is the spiritual change that will happen once this goal is reached? Once this new identity is stepped into? What does that look like? This is so important because this is rewiring your mind to become more like this identity. And I need you to stop saying the word try. Because try is not a decision, it's not a commitment, it's not a yes, it's not a no. It's like an in-between, I haven't really decided, I haven't really committed, you're not even going to get there. Don't use the word try ever again. It is not helpful to the life we're trying to create. And when you say I am trying or I will try, your brain has already decided that it's probably not going to happen because it's not that much of an importance to you. The next thing you need to do is rewire your mind, and the way that you can do this best is look at what you are listening to on a regular basis. You sitting here now is rewiring your mind for a certain way, but the music you listen to could be rewiring it a different way. If you're listening to motivational things like this, and yet you're listening to music that is degrading, you're listening to music and podcasts that are not helping your higher self, they're making you sad, they're not adding anything to your life, I'm sorry, but you're doing no service to yourself. It is literally fighting against the new energy you were trying to bring into your life. So I recommend that you really cut out the negative influences, negative speakers you may be listening to on podcasts, anything that could derail you from the identity that you want to step into. Any identity that is confirming a victim mindset is something you need to let go of completely, because having a victim mentality and mindset is only going to keep you stuck, and it is not going to help you step into the highest version of yourself and your purpose. The next thing that you need to do is choose your friends wisely. because so many times we find ourselves hanging on to friendships just because you've known them for a long time. But if they are not helping you excel, if they're not supporting you, if the only thing you're doing with a friend is gossiping, it's time to move on to the next. Because this is not something that's going to bring you into a new version of yourself. These friends are not going to support this new identity, this new lifestyle. They're going to always want to hold you back to be more like them. If you have a friend that is, let's say, overweight and is not very supportive, and let's say that she likes to eat out every single day, every night, every day, she just wants to eat out all of the time, and she's not happy for any of your successes, she doesn't congratulate you on things, she's watching, but she's not really helping you, and you start to find yourself on this fitness journey, and you're working towards becoming a better version of yourself, and you love yourself, you're coming from a place of self-love, and you just want to see yourself excel, that friend is not going to be there for you. That friend is always going to try to persuade you to go back to the way that things were before. They're always going to want a victim buddy. So you need to be very, very careful with the kinds of friends that you are having, and not just keeping people around so you are not lonely. Sometimes an isolation period is necessary so that way you can move into a new period of growth, new friends, new lifestyle. There's so many things and so many reasons why having an isolation period is important. But the more you avoid that, the more you avoid your own growth. The more you avoid having new friendships, the longer it's going to take. Because remember, God cannot replace until He removes. Something else you have to do is focus on feeling good within your body. What are things that make you feel good? What is the lifestyle that would make you feel good, would have you happy to wake up in bed every day, feeling like you can be the most creative version of yourself, feeling like you are free? What are those things? That is so important, because this is a huge part of our feminine energy. What does our life look like when we're actually enjoying it? We have playfulness in our lives. We're not overly stressed out about our bills. We're not overly stressed out about all the things we have to do and all of this stuff. We need to find what makes us feel good within ourselves. What decisions can we make that are going to help us? And what decisions can I make that are going to make me feel creative? If you watched my last video on how to be more in the false spirit, one thing that I think is absolutely amazing for unlocking and embracing that feminine energy is decorating. I absolutely love decorating, and as you can see, I have an arrangement right here. It is something that makes me feel so feminine and creative, because I have free range in what I can do and how I can create a space that I love and is going to help me have more energy and inspire even more creativity in my day-to-day life. And that's just one example. And before this new year ends, I want you to pick one self-help book that is going to help you level up in the way that you want to focus on. So for example, if your focus is to level up physically, maybe buy a book, buy a course, get a mentorship or something like that that is going to help you level up before the end of this year. If you are looking to upgrade your mindset to be more positive, maybe try The Mountain Is You. That book is so amazing, especially if you're dealing with a lot of negative self-beliefs. This is a book I highly recommend to a lot of my clients. I have a whole list of books I recommend to all my clients to really study and to implement, but that is just one of them. And then let's say that you have a spiritual goal. One of my spiritual goals is to become better at praying and to pray even more every single day. So that is something that I need to actively practice and put into practice daily to be able to be better at that. So figure out what it is that you are wanting to focus on and find a way to get support and to learn more about it, because taking no action does absolutely nothing for you. You're going to be sitting here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now, wishing that you would have taken action now, but instead your fear is keeping you from that new life. Remember that the fear of stepping into something new, even learning something new, is just because it's unfamiliar. Your brain is going to work against you to prevent you from stepping into a new identity because it is new. It's not safe according to your brain because it is new. It's not familiar. You need to step out of that and embrace that uncomfort as much as possible, because that is going to help you grow and exceed and excel so fast. The longer you allow fear to take control of your life, the longer you hold on to these limiting beliefs, the longer you're going to stay in the place that you're at. And I'm sorry to tell you, but at the end of the day, that's no one's fault but your own. Because you have every resource available to you right now. Every single resource. And you can choose to make excuses if you want, but there's someone else that is in the same position as you, feels the same way that you do, but is choosing to make the decision to take a chance on themselves, to invest in themselves, to work on themselves, to get that book, to get that course, to get that mentorship, to find a gym partner, to find that coach, to try this new dance class, to do anything that they are wanting to do, and they're not letting fear become their barrier. Let go. Let it go. That fear is going to keep you in this same place for years until you can learn to let it go, because no one is going to come and save you. No one. You have to choose today, make the commitment to yourself, the decision to yourself that you are going to change, and that there's changes that are going to be made in your life that are going to take you places you've never been, but it's going to be for the best. Now, one of the last things I want to leave you with is picking one area of focus to really go all in for in your beauty regimen. So for example, this could be maybe your eyebrows, maybe this could be your smile, maybe this could be your makeup, maybe this could be your eyes, just focusing on really mastering different eyeshadow looks. Maybe it could be your hair. There's different things that you can focus. Maybe it is your jewelry. There's different things you can do to really upgrade your appearance, but I always recommend that you focus on one thing at a time, master it, move on to the next, and stack it, because that's going to help you really step into the most beautiful version of yourself when you can upgrade these certain things, certain features in a way that suits you and helps you look more like yourself, not someone else. And when you really start to embrace that feminine energy, you become more beautiful because you're really embracing that creative spark within yourself and that creative flow, and that helps you to really build on the beauty that you already have. If you're looking for extra support and help to really step into this new identity, I really recommend that you check out the description to enroll in my free masterclass. I know that I've talked about this in a lot of my other videos, but if you really want to upgrade, change your life, overcome limiting beliefs, overcome eating disorders, overcome a bad relationship with yourself, this masterclass is something that will really help you change your life. So if you want this resource, please check the description and enroll, and I will reach out to you directly through Instagram to give it to you personally. I hope that this video helped you, and if there's anything else that you guys want me to do, please write it in the description and write one thing that you're doing this fall to really upgrade your life and step into your new identity. I'd love to know. I love you guys so much. I love our community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.